What is good, everybody? It is your boy Super Saiyan Cab back with another fire video, not only regarding Xenoverse 2 today, but we have some Fighterz news as well. Really, these are just a bunch of screenshots, but you can take news from them and just by like looking at them and interpreting them and getting news for yourself from the screenshots. But before we get into these actual screens, I want to give two huge shout outs. First one to DB Zenkai, because he's the one where I got the Xenoverse screens from. He showed them to me, so huge shout out to him for that. And then huge shout out to Shonen Games, because they're the ones who have the Dragonball Fighterz screenshot that I will be showing you guys at the end, basically showing the full roster. The roster that you guys will see at the end for Fighterz is like 99% sure gonna be the full on roster. Now if you're just here for the Fighterz news, you're gonna want to skip ahead a good amount. I may have it like commented down below with what time you may want to skip ahead to, but I'm telling you right now, that is the last part of this video. But let's get into the Xenoverse 2 screens first, and this one right here is one that we had a Japanese version of. Now we have an English version, clearly showing that Goku's moveset, or your partner's moveset, is completely custom. He has every move right there besides times 10 Kamehameha and Solar Flare are non-Goku moves. Even times 10 is only an SSJ4 move as well. So really, this whole preset right here is completely custom. So that's the first thing to notice. Second thing to notice, again, like we saw before, with the clothes, you can change the color completely. Like, this is a better, clearer screenshot, but you can see it again here. You can completely change the color of the clothes, complete customization, which is really dope. But the thing I'm hoping for with that is that they actually give us customization of our CAC's clothes. Like, we should be able to change Goku's Turtle Hermit G with our CAC's if we're able to do it in this new mode. It would only make sense. I mean, I think a lot of people would be upset if we got it for this partner, but we weren't able to use it for our CAC still, as far as customizing clothes that aren't, like, you can't customize. Like right now there's like Gogeta clothes, for example, you can't change the color of those. So if they add that for this partner feature, they definitely need to add it for CACs as well. Now, last thing I want to mention on this screenshot right here before we move on to the next one is, check out the bottom. It says buy TP medals. The only other mode that has that in their like menu or whatever is Hero Coliseum. So this is another mode that is going to be based off TP medals. So I'm guessing maybe leveling up, like getting attribute points for your partner, skills and clothes will all have to be bought with TP medals. So basically, TP medals will not only have value for the TP medal shop if you don't have everything out of there that you want, the Hero Coliseum, but now this new partner mode as well. So there's a lot of, damn, my phone's going off like crazy, but there's a lot to like look. Okay, I'm gonna put this shit on silence, but I'm gonna continue on. There's a lot to you're gonna have to use, you know, your TP medals for. So that right there just lets you guys know right now that you're gonna want to grind as much as possible for TP medals, because we have no idea how much skills and all that will cost for our partners. And just think how many skills are in the game. If you actually have to buy the skills with TP medals for that mode, again, think how many skills are in the game and how many different skills you're gonna want to apply to characters. But that's all we got for that screenshot. Really, that's all I got from it. Now moving on to the next screen I want to show you guys is this one right here with future Gohan using the father-son Kamehameha. He is a partner, and clearly he's a partner because he has the father-son Kamehameha, which means that you will be able to choose basically any character in the game. Now, it still may only be mentors due to the fact that future Gohan is a mentor. We don't have any confirmation that it will be non-mentor characters as well. But for right now, you know, you will at least be able to use the mentors that are available in the game, which is about 20 characters, I believe, even maybe even more mentors in total in Xenoverse 2. So those are all the partners that you may be able to choose from, or it may be every single character in the game. But again, future Gohan is a mentor, and obviously Goku is a mentor. So far, the only two characters we've seen have been mentors for this partner feature. But clearly, again, Gohan is using the father-son Kamehameha right here, which shows that he will be available for partner, which I have to say I apologize for, because on the last video I made discussing this, I said most likely he would not be most likely it looks like Goku would be the only partner available to us. But moving on with the next screenshots that involve Fu, showing some attacks of Fu. I believe this one right here is a basic combo, but this just shows that he will be using his sword in his combos if this is one of his basic combos, which I'm hoping. And honestly, that, you know how I feel about that, guys. That's just really dope to me. I'm really glad that there's another sword character being added to this game. I mean, it would only make sense that his sword was part of his combos. He literally has a katana on. So again, I'm really glad that we're getting another sword character that uses his sword in combos added to this game, because they're different. It's not just regular hands. It's just something about it. Using a sword in this fighting game makes it that much more fun to play with that character, in my opinion at least. Let me know what you guys think on that down below. But that's this first screenshot we got for Fu. Now moving on to the second one. And as you guys see right here, this is another one of his actual skills. And this one is another one that is kind of confusing to make out, like as far as what's really going on with this skill right here. But the one thing that I can definitely say is that this skill will have a paralyzing type feature, because as you see, look at the CAC when he's getting hit with this. He goes into that, like that stance right there is the stance anybody makes when they are frozen in this game, when they are paralyzed for a quick second or two. So I wonder how long this move will paralyze, and I wonder how it's going to work as far as launch and damage go as well. But this looks like another very interesting move that Fu has. Remember guys, he has a total of 4 moves. 2 of them were shown in the previous screens, and 2 of them are going to be shown in this video as well. But so far, all of his moves have been they've been kind of original to himself. Like, they don't look similar to anybody else's moves in the game. That's something that I'm really liking. But moving on to the skill that I believe is most likely his ultimate right here. I'm guessing, at least it could just be a regular super tech, but I'm guessing this is most likely an ultimate, which just based off how the animation looks. And as you see, it looks like he's going at the CAC with a full-on frontal stab with his sword. Now it looks like he's flying fast as hell, but honestly this looks like it could be a pretty dope ultimate. Again, out of all the screens that we've seen so far regarding Fu's move, I think that this one right here is most likely gonna be his ultimate. But we are getting 4 new skills with him. That means 4 new skills for your CAC most likely as well. So that's something that I'm really liking with Fu. He has probably the most skills that we've seen with a DLC character besides Vados. Like, every other DLC character usually has 3 exclusive moves. I'm glad that he's getting at least 4. I mean, potentially maybe 5. Maybe there was something that they missed in the coding when they did that, and potentially he's getting a whole new exclusive moveset to himself. But most likely that last move is max charge. Now, moving on to the Fighterz news, that's everything we got for Xenoverse 2. Now we're moving on to the Fighterz news, which is basically just showing you guys what the roster is most likely going to look like. Now, huge shout out to Shonen Games again for this. They filled in all the little DLC things and the Super Saiyan Blue and Vegeta, Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta down at the bottom left as well. But basically, take away all those boxes, and that's what the roster is showing up for those who are able to play the game recently. That's how the roster shows up, minus all the little DLC boxes and whatnot. It's just empty right there. But we are getting 8 DLC characters with this game, and then Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta if you do pre-order it. So this right here makes complete sense. And again, I don't see characters being added to this game anymore. I don't see them announcing any new characters, maybe potentially, but based off how this how this has been made, how the character selection has been made, it only has room really for 10, maybe 11 more characters in that base slot at the bottom. But most likely that's going to be a random slot, in my opinion. That's what I'm thinking, at least. That's most likely going to be a random spot. It could be another character, because then it would be 32 in total, who I don't really know a game that would make 31 in total, like 31 total characters. Who wants an odd number, right? So it could be another character, but most likely it's going to be the random spot. And if it is a random spot, there are a total of 31 characters with DLC in this game. Now, I know a lot of people who have been hating on Fighterz this whole time, probably like, see, the roster is so small, like this game is gonna suck, it's gonna be trash. No, this is actually a pretty decent sized roster for a 2D fighter. Most 2D fighters have about this many characters in them, and have about around 30 when DLC is finished. So this is definitely a pretty decent sized roster for a 2D fighting game. Now, I want to give credit to Shonen Games, because a long time ago, if you guys remember a video that I made basically discussing how many characters would be in this game in total, Shonen predicted a while ago that it would be 23 to 24 without DLC characters, and they got it right on the nose, because take away all DLC characters, there's a total of 24 characters in this game. So I want to give credit to them for that right there, because again, They got it basically exactly right. But right here, guys, this is the full roster. Let me know what you guys think on it. I know a lot of people in the comments are going to be hating on the fact that the roster is not like Xenoverse or even bigger than Xenoverse. Guys, this is a 2D fighter. Rosters for 2D fighters really don't go over 30. Most of them stay in that range. The only one that I really know that goes over that by a decent amount is Marvel vs. Capcom. But besides that, most 2D fighters keep the number of characters like at 30 most. So again, this is a decent sized roster. I'm extremely hyped for the game. But all in all, man, let me know what you guys think, not only on the Fighterz roster, because that's something that's huge in my opinion, but also the DLC 6 news with the whole partner customization, the TP medals, the fact that you will definitely be able to change all their skills, the fact that you'll be able to use different partners, at least all the mentors. We don't know yet if we'll be able to use non-mentor characters, but at least all the mentors should be usable for that mode as well. Let me know all your thoughts on this, and of course the new moves that we saw with Fu as well. Be sure to leave your thoughts down below on that. As I just said as well like a million times, I just realized that. What the hell? But anyways, guys, as always, man, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, hope you guys have a good day. Peace, y'all.